Yeah, on the right.
There's one tile free, and he's gonna wall it. Oh no!
Yeah, that's
All right, so hello everyone, and welcome to Game 4. This is turning out to be a really good series between Yo and Nikov. Nikov just with the walls in the first game and winning that way. Yo with some very critical mistakes in Game 2 and 3 in the early game, but then able to bring things back with some super excellent play. And I'm pretty excited for this game as well. I'm really loving all of these maps. This is another unique map. It's very weird. Makes no sense as far as physics is concerned, with the water being on the outside of the hills. But this is gonna be good. Aztecs and Mongols.
yeah, man. The physics, the loss of physics completely beaten. And also those little dragons chilling on these shallows on the sides, the lizards. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's a fantastic series so far. Really enjoyable. We got Mongols versus Aztecs. I mean, first of all, let's understand this map. Okay, so laws of physics, one story. The other story is you start on this hugely elevated area. It reminds me of Acropolis, first of all. And then you have this middle part. You have a lot of little wood lines as well as golden stone. Towers could matter on this map. Don't really understand this water on the side, but it's legit asked you to go for a dock and get the water for sure. Otherwise, you're going to have a disadvantage if the other guy goes there, because you have a lot of deep sea fish, so that's a good one. And it's a mixture between Acropolis and any other water map that has water on the side, so to speak. And you have the shallows in the middle once again. Of course, that is not connected to the water on the side. That is also something to keep in mind. I'm not so entirely sure which units we would see, but the fact that we have Mongols, I'm very sure that we're going to have some fast scouts, some fast feudal age by Yo here. I need to switch the colors. We got friend and four colors activated once again. There we go. But Aztecs is also a nice civilization to play it aggressively. Interesting civs.
Yeah, a really nice. I really love this civilization matchup for the Mongols. And the first big reason is because there are so many hunt. When you balance a map, you can't put so much hunt on the map because sometimes some player's going to pick the Mongols, and that's just too big of an advantage. But Yo is going to have a really nice time with his economy early game with all of these extra deer. As well, Mongols is a great rush civilization for water. So they have that advantage as well, since they could go up to the next age earlier. And whenever I see the Mongols and Aztecs matchup, I just think the Aztecs have such a hard time against Mangadai. I know there's only 2 stones on the mainland, but if the Mongols could somehow get to Mangadai, there's really no unit that the Aztecs can make that can counter them, aside from maybe the Atlatl skirmishers.
Exactly. Atlatl skirmishers is a good idea, but Eagles not so much. Especially, I guess, from all the Mesocivs, the Eagles of the Aztecs are the least ideal in that kind of matchup because they just get garlic wars or garlic wars.
Garlic wars.
I love to say it every time. I even say it up to a point where it's even normal to me to say garlic wars. But yeah, El Dorado,
it should be called garlic wars. That's not funny.
I mean, it makes more sense, man, because of the garlic that just melts through the armor of your opponents. And yeah, so El Dorado's nicer, Korea's is nicer. But yeah, the Garland Wars, man, it's not so ideal. As you said, it's Atlatl skirmishes that can work. But we'll see how soon we're going to see those Mangadais, maybe. As you said it correctly, we just have 2 tiles. That is enough for a castle, as I see it here. 700 stone in total. But we'll see where this is going to go. Yo already going for Loom, and Nikov already on the way. That is the interesting thing. The Aztecs player clicks up first in this matchup. Interesting.
Well, there's the thing that there are no boars on this map, so Yo has to take quite a bit of idle time if he wants to get those deer. He actually didn't get too many of those deer, so that might have played a big role.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. We have that much of deer, and indeed not much was gathered.
They weren't lured into the town center. I didn't see too many lured.
Yeah, I see a couple of dead deer on the side, not close to the TC. Interesting. Strange. But okay, we'll check it out. Also, one other fact that is worth pointing out is that Nikov is adding a second dock, and this one is towards the middle, whereas Yo only has one dock on the left-hand side, at the safe spot, so to speak. Both pairs, interestingly, have chosen the opposite side. So Nikov is on the right-hand side with the dog, and Yo on the left-hand side. So they won't necessarily attack each other on the safe spots, on the safe pawns on the sides. But the middle will be interesting, as Nikov now is going there with a fire galley. Interesting.
Yeah, so both players docking on the opposite side, so their fish will be 100% safe for the time being. And Yo came forward with the villager. It was scouted by Nikov. As soon as it was scouted, Yo went back, and now he's going to go with scouts, and I think that's the best play. I would really be concerned for Yo if he tried to drop a forward, and Nikov would just be coming with galleys and men-at-arms. But smartly, Nikov is not building any militia either from his barracks, so both players kind of know what's happening. They seem to have good scouting information on each other.
Yeah. Exactly. That's valuable scouting information, adjusting yourself before it's too late. And therefore, it might be a safer game for both of the players. Nikov now with the Navy, Yo with the Scouts. Scouts vs Navy, yesterday it was insane. Man, as expected, this is not normal. The shallow. This is beach. Do you see the Flying Dutchman next to...
I do! It's so weird.
Overing, man. It's overing. It's beach, man. So you can travel between the ponds.
Oh,
you can travel between the
oh,
ponds.
it reminds me of a scene in like Pirates of the Caribbean 2 where they're going in like a cyclone or something, and it looks like that. Looks like they're like traveling on a hill or floating on a hill or something like that. It's really weird.
Flying Dutchman, man. Wow. Okay, so you can hover. That's cool. That's cool. It's also insane. But I'm not so sure if Nikov was actually aware of this, because why else would he then have two dogs? No, okay, he's just going for full aggression here. That's why. Makes sense. Okay, fair enough. A lot of galleys. Nikov tries to take over the map like that. Fair enough.
Yeah, and this completely threw me off. I thought that terrain was land units only, and that completely changes the dynamic of this map. Nikov going really heavy onto the water because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a completely different dynamic.
It's yeah, unexpected at this point, but things happen, I guess, and there we go. I mean, it's gonna change everything. I mean, with that one, you can surround your opponent that easily. Asking myself,
scouts are in.
Scouts are in? Wow, how did that happen, man? I mean, okay, the resource walls there on a fleek, I guess.
Ooh.
One villager is in danger. Nothing happening. One scout is down. Okay, okay. Besides that, though, what else is going to happen? Nikov now with a spearman. I guess the scouts will now have a tougher time to be activated. In the meantime, though, Nikov is hunting down the fishing boats of Yo.
Yeah, I was about to say these so many fire galleys from Nikov, and they're not really able to do anything because they can't get to the main economy of Yo. However, at this point, they're killing the fishing ships, which is a big deal. Fishing ship count right now is 4 to... well, it's actually Yo's killing the fishing ships of Nikov as well, so a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, true. I just witnessed it here. Wow, okay. Interesting. So both are trying to go for maximum raiding potential. Fair enough. What about the rest? So Yo switching into archers. No more scouts, but archers. Okay, fair enough. That might work. I'm not the biggest fan of it, though. I mean, I understand it. The archers against the boats will work nicely, but they're also slow-paced units. Until they arrive on the other side, a couple of years will pass. So we'll see how successful that's going to work. But it is how it is. Both are raiding each other. I estimate that Nikov is a bit more dangerous because he has double the military amounts. That is at least something that I sense here, that it might have more potential. But we're going to check it out.
We see something in this game we've never seen before. No, I was about to say, I got it mixed up. Yo has the wheelbarrow. I thought Nekov made wheelbarrow early, but he did.
Never.
Oh gosh.
Aftermath there.
Another time. Oh man.
Yeah.
Just for those of you that don't know, my opinion on wheelbarrow, I think wheelbarrow is a very good tech if you're farming.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think wheelbarrow is very useful. Otherwise, it's better to have villagers. So that's just my 2 cents.
Now you're right. I mean, especially if you have water, you know, wheelbarrow can be delayed for sure. Should be, even to a certain extent. But for Aftermath players, they play even Arabia like water maps then, in that concern. So they try to just delay it as much as possible. Maybe with that kind of philosophy to have more villages, maybe. But yeah, it is how it is. But I also see that Yo is now about to lose the control. He's trying to travel with his archers there. But as said, long way to go. A lot of Drakons also
Oh,
chasing
no!
these archers.
Not the
Yeah, man.
Komodos.
Wow.
What, Demise, what does the Komodo say?
What does the Komodo say? What do they say?
I don't know. I've never heard a Komodo dragon.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Okay, okay.
I'm just saying, we have woo woo for the wolves. What do we say for the Komodos?
I mean, I can maybe guess what kind of sound they do, but at the same
If this
time-
game grows large enough and we have enough streamers, we'll have the T90 woos, and then some players eventually going to pick up the Komodo. We have the hippos.
Yeah,
Komodo will
I
be
mean,
their
I guess
brand.
the sound that the Komodo makes is more of a frightening one, and if a human, imitates that one, it might scare off the viewers, and that's how I feel it.
Well, I can do that myself, thank you.
Komodo dragons, man. Yeah. So this is it, man. The Komodo dragons, they've just slain the innocent archers before they were even able to kill villagers. Unfortunate. Yo is going for the next stage. 21 minutes 23. Nikov is 1 minute later. Okay, no problem for now, because he's the one having the map in his hands, surrounding Yo entirely. Yo also, if I said correctly, without water, really, just 2 fishing boats.
This looks like an awfully similar situation to last game, where Yo was completely surrounded, having a lot of idols, and it looked like there's no way for Yo to come back. It still doesn't look like a good situation for Yo right now, but I know that Yo is going to have a castle pretty soon, so he is going to try something right here.
Yeah, something must happen really fast. I mean, otherwise it will be a bit messed up, to say the least. The castle will be helpful. The question is for how long. I think it will be really helpful, because once you got the safety, you have the Mangodai, all of a sudden the dynamics can change. Mangodai versus the Navy in this tournament is